So
we
That's
are
great.
here,
live.
let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Let me just
We're
make sure they can
back.
hear us.
Hey!
Yeah, they can hear us. Welcome back
Come
after the
on.
week off to episode 40 of our main campaign. If you're new around here, we are a D&D Twitch stream and podcast. Actual play. I almost missed it for real that time. I know I pretend to miss it, but that was a close one. And yeah, we play D&D. So we still have our giveaway going on. For more information about that, check out the Twitch channel or send !giveaway in the chat and it'll pop up some info for you. But basically when we hit 150 followers, we're going to be giving away some D&D books. So if you're interested and you like what we do here, check that out. Other than that, I think we're all ready to get back in after a week off. Figure out whether a certain someone is deceased or not.
Yeah.
You do need to figure that out. I need
Isn't that
everything on
just
my
what we
computer to be
always do?
night mode.
Yeah, saw that you got flashbanged.
I always get flashbanged when I'm
I
man.
see it happen all the time.
a computer DM. It's the worst because some tabs are white and some aren't. So all of a sudden,
Is
you're
it?
like, oh! It's literally what it is. All right, welcome back, everybody. How was your holidays?
Lovely.
Yeah,
Good.
We're good.
good.
Busy. Airports are ass, but otherwise lovely.
The airport. What are you expecting?
Could not
Wait, what?
pay me to travel during the holiday.
Yeah, it does not sound fun. Excuse me.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm glad we are back. We continue our adventure. As all of you now stood in a dark, cold, dirty, and musty hole in the ground. Unsure where you were just teleported by a mysterious merchant named Rex, who had teleported you to a different plane of existence, one of the 9 hells, to his farm where he grew hot chilies out of a soul of fire, or a river of souls and fire. That's what I was trying to say.
You got there.
I'm trying. We got to get back into it.
Fire,
man.
souls, chilies.
Fire,
got it.
souls, and chilies. Yeah.
There we go.
When you emerged from the hole in the ground, you noticed that you weren't too far outside of the city of Arrabar. You could see it in the distance. The walls that had seemingly seen some damage or maybe attack recently. The ground that you now stood on was scorched and dead and dry. Unlike many of you that were from here before, remember it being more luscious and alive, full of farmland. It seemed like a wasteland had taken over with, the outskirts of Arrabar. As discussions were being had about how exactly you were going to get into the city, things began to move around you. And it was at that point you all were ambushed by a horde of plague touched, in which you fended off quite valiantly as more and more of them emerged from underneath you. Eventually, you calmed the horde and slayed the final plague touched. And decided it was time to move quickly. Isaiah offering his guidance and leadership to try to get you towards the sewer system of Arrabar, in which he thought that might have been the safest way into the city, since he kind of knows the sewer system like the back of his hand, working there for so long. It was still quite a walk to get to the city. You actually had to go around the eastern side of the city and up north towards the sea to actually get to one of these sewer systems, because that's where the majority of the waste is kind of ejected out of Arrabar, is into the sea. And as you got closer to the city itself, you began to see the walls were not just battle-worn, but almost destroyed in some places, decimated, especially on this eastern quarter, which housed the living district of Arrabar, which is where the majority of the residents reside. The common folk, the peasant, live within this district. That's where, whenever you got to the eastern side of the city, you noticed that this wall, particularly, had been crumbled to the ground. The only thing that kind of stood between Arrabar, the living district, and the outside wastes was a large mound of ruin. It seemed like the wall itself had crumbled in on itself. Getting towards the Sea of the Shining Star, you notice that it would probably be quite treacherous to try to get to the nearest drainage, or the sewer drain. Like you could see, it'd probably take a little bit of dangerous climbing. You all decided that it's probably not the safest way to get in. Someone might fall and tumble to their death into the sea. No attempt was made to try to get into the sewers. Instead, you all decided to climb over the ruined wall. And as you did, once you got to the crest of this broken down wall, you looked down at the living quarters, and it was in ruin. Not completely decimated, but a lot of the buildings were destroyed and crumbling on top of one another. No lights or signs of living beings. Nothing but pure darkness. Descending in there into the living district, you could see a large main road which seemed to cut through the center of the ruined district here. Your footpads echoing throughout the streets and alleys that tucked away into the darkness. You all were stopped by one of the city guard, who demanded you to explain yourselves, why you were out past curfew. And then whenever you began to kind of explain your situation, he took notice of one of your other party members, Velkin, the drow. And that's when it seemed to get a little bit hostile. And as he demanded you drop your weapons, we'll get through it, guys, I promise. And as he demanded that you guys dropped your weapons, things began to change quite drastically. As bodies began to rain from the tops of these buildings, landing and piling up on one another. And it was at that point the guard took off down the alleyway. You heard a scream, and the sounds of thousands of footfalls emerging from the dark alley that he had ran down in an attempt to escape this mound of bodies that was piling up behind you. It was time to run. And when, just as you went to turn to do so, a wave of plague touched emerged from this alley. And when I say a wave, I mean a wave. Bodies piling up on one another, so chaotic and fast that you couldn't tell one from the other, as it slammed into the side of the building and took notice of your group and started heading towards you. You ran as fast as you could, but you noticed that these plague tuts were a lot faster than you were. And as you had to make a decision between a left and a right, a simple decision, you saw a cloaked figure waving you on to the left. You quickly made the turn. Even though you were being guided by this mysterious figure, some of you, slower than others, began to get your heels nipped at by the horde. And slowly but surely, they began to catch up. You wound one last turn, and you could see a large barricade made of rudimentary wood and stone and cart strewn across the center of this building, or this street, sorry. The hooded figure rushing up to the barricade, being lifted by a large, burly man dressed in pure silver armor, and a woman standing next to you, all waving you on to get to the barricade as fast as you possibly could. And as you made that turn down that street and began to head to the barricade, some of you were consumed, tripping and falling over some things, the others just consumed by the pure weight of the horde chasing you. Calder and Velkin being the two main victims were submerged by the horde. With Velkin's quick thinking, she quickly cast Misty Step and vanished and emerged on top of the barricade. And with a feat of bravery and strength, Eggval turned to notice Calder lying there getting consumed by this horde and rushed in to save him, smashing his way through a large chunk of these plague touch just to lay on top of his friend to quickly cast Dimension Door, which is the shape of a large pan which consumed both of them.
Yeah.
Emerging
Awesome.
on the other side of the barricade as well. The horde not stopping for much, other than to get to its victims, it began to rush towards the barricade. This rudimentary wooden barricade, no way this horde was going to be stopped by such a thing. And it was at that moment the woman that stood next to the man in the silver armor lifted a large staff into the air and yelled an incantation, and at that point a large bluish and silver wall emerged, transparent. And the horde met and clashed with the wall. All you really heard was the soft thud. Tung, 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 almost like your hand knocking on plastic. As the horde and the bodies climbed and began to stack on one another. I believe one of us is down at the moment. Calder, reduced to 0 hit points after he was consumed by the horde.
Yes, sir.
That is where we are going to continue our story tonight. One moment. As you all emerge on this barricade, Eggval behind it, the woman standing, kind of holding her hand out with the staff next to it, seeming to struggle a little bit. The first ones that were to climb over notice this, as you can see, as the bodies begin to grow heavier and heavier against the wall. You can see her almost slide back on top of the barricade.
Is that gonna hold?
Not for long! Opa! Get them out of here! You hear her yell to the man in the silver armor. What about you? I cannot leave you again! Listen to me! I said get them out of here! I will be fine. Get inside! You see her... You see these thin cracks begin to form on the wall. V! Get them out of here! Lead them to the building! I cannot leave her! You see this hooded figure, now no longer with the hood up. It seems to be a young boy, probably the age of 15 or 16. Dark in complexion, short cropped hair, sort of curls that kind of stick up in all sorts of different directions. These eyes are beautiful pale blue. You can see these dark freckles pock his cheeks. He looks frightened. Get them to the building! I'm staying here! You see him lightly shake his head. Come on! You hear him whisper.
All right, let's go. If we're gonna go, we gotta go.
I'm gonna. I guess. Wait. On top of them, but me and Calder on top of the barrier, or are we on the other side of the barrier?
Depends on how far you decided to dimension door.
Well, I was gonna say I just wanted to sit at least on top of the barrier, just because I knew that was visually where it was safe. So I guess up there. I'm just gonna slap my hand on Calder's chest and pump a Cure Wounds level 1 into him. Hopefully that helps. Not even the right dice. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Ah, fuck. Okay, it's something. So you heal 6 points, Calder.
I'll take it.
It's better than no
I'm not even
points.
signature. I'm not even doing signature dish. It's just fucking get up, please. Let's go.
Too heavy.
fuck!
Don't ask questions. We
When
gotta
you get-
go.
When both of you, the two of you that haven't began to kind of gather yourselves and begin to gather around this small child, you two, especially on top of the barricade, you see the large man in the silver armor run up next to the woman. He puts his hand on her shoulder. She turns to him. Hopa, you have to go. You must lead them. I can't do it any longer. I will not leave you, Xena! You must. I will not! And to that point, you see her put her hand on his chest, and you feel, even the both of you that are standing kind of close to her, feel this pulse, sort of like a forceful energy, and you see him. Don't do this! You must lead them, Opa. You can see the wall form a large crack. I said, go! With a large foot of force, that you can see a light kind of form in the center of her hand. It pulses, pushes him down the barricade. He kind of tumbles. Xena! It's at that point. Come on! He looks at both of you.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand up, actually like picking Calder up off the ground, and just start to make my way down the slope, and I'll make sure he's like on his feet, and just kind of help bring him the fuck down.
Yeah, I'll be kind of like stumbling the first few steps, getting my legs back under me, and then
come on.
You all begin to run. You hear one sound. Like a large plane of glass shattering behind you. It kind of stops the man in the silver armor and the boy as they turn. And you hear the sounds of the horde. Go! Go! It's at that point you all follow him, and takes a quick right, and a small a pathway leads to this large, open, round courtyard with a large fountain at the center of it. A headless dragon, with his wings sprawled out. Come on! Come on! As he waves, he's rushing and running. You see him make a quick diagonal towards this large, what looks like an abandoned inn. You can see that it honestly is just with a few boards. He rushes up to the door and begins to tear them off. He puts his foot up against the door.
can I help him?
Yeah, land like right next to him. Just like,
yeah.
come on, get out of the way. Out of the way. Good. Just pull boards
Easy
off.
enough. It's easy. No check required. Calder and Red just rip the boards off. Inside! At that point, the large man in the silver armor finally catching up to all of you. Opens the door.
Go in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay out here. I'm good out here.
Somebody might.
There.
Inside.
There.
Got time for a cigarette?
At that point, you see the man in the silver armor take this large chain that's sitting on the ground, and he hooks it to a round hook at the top. And he pulls it down and fastens it. They won't get through that. He rests his hand on the door and begins to breathe heavily. Downstairs, V. You see him kind of give a nod. And out of one of the sconces, he grabs a torch. And in his cloak, you can see he has a belt. In his belt, he pulls out something. Two rocks, and goes... Tsk, and sparks a light, and it hits the torch and goes... Come on. He leads you. And in this building, by the way, what you see is a large bar room. You can see to your left of the door a bar that seems to be long abandoned. Dust these wooden stools kind of surround it. There's sort of like a overhang that sits over the bar, and behind there you can see large glasses that hang from the roof of the overhang, all dusty and dirty. Tables sporadically sit in this about 50-foot chamber. You can see a large staircase to the right that leads up to a balcony that seems to go and surround the room before it disappears down a hallway. Who has been named V at this point, the young boy, walks into the center of the room, and you can see he takes out another piece of something in his belt. It looks like a small piece of chalk, and he draws a symbol. Before he wipes it away, and with a you can see a brief puff of light. At that point, you can see a handle, a small steel handle emerge. And a trap door, about 10 foot in length. Pretty big. Kind of takes by both hands and lifts and opens. Shines the torch down. Come on.
Listen, I appreciate the save back there, but where the hell are you taking us?
Opa.
Somewhere better than here. We can
Is
argue
the
later.
gentleman in armor following us, or did he stay up by the entrance?
He's by the door at the moment.
Oh.
Just kind of hand pressed up against it and his head leaning.
Having a moment.
Time for questions later.
Let's go.
The torch kind of finds the darkness, and he leads you down just a straight set of stairs.
What is it? I guess before we, I'll be the last one to descend. Before I descend, I'm just gonna say in the direction of the man in the armor, thank you, and I'm sorry. I think, and I'll head down the stairs.
As you descend down these wooden stairs, you come into a large wine cellar. To your left and your right, you see these large round arches built of pure stone that lead down a pathway. Seems like broken wine bottles, maybe some full, kind of are stacked on shelves in these round arches. You can see V slowly lighting torches as he goes by, lighting the room. It's a dirt floor, nothing more. You follow him for about 30 or so feet down this wine cellar before you see a large stone wall. And you see him kind of looking up for a moment. Ah, there it is. See him pull out another small piece of chalk. This time, he draws a small symbol, which almost looks like a reverse 6 with a flame in the middle. It draws like this rudimentary flame. And it kind of glows for a moment and bursts into the light. The wall shifts. Dust kind of settles. You can see now a large round carving in the wall. And where he drew the symbol, a steel handle in which he pulls, opening into a room lit by red fires. You can see just from it opening. Well, come on, in you go.
Step through.
Yep.
Inside, it seems like you have reached the sewers of Arrabar. The first thing that you take notice of is a bridge that sits over what looks like, if you would look at it from above, a target. Because in the center is water, where 4 different pathways of sewage kind of meet in the center here. One leading to your left, one leading ahead of you, and 2 kind of going in 2 separate directions. There are fires set up, about 6 or 7 of them, around the center of this chamber. You can see some tables and desks has been set up where people are huddling over, discussing some things, drinking and eating. There are about 20 or so individuals in here, men, women, and children. A bridge sets over the center of this large pool of sewage water. The people stop whenever you first get in and say, V's back! V's back! Pass it along! One person on the bridge runs off into the farthest sewer chamber from you. I'm not too sure where we should put you. I'm getting rather full.
That's okay.
Do you
I think we can take it later.
I'm sorry, do you have leaders here? Is this collective of some kind, or is it just people living rough?
Xena. But I'm sure Upa will want to talk to you.
Okay. Whenever he's ready.
Um,
We can find our own way.
Okay.
What is anybody up top anymore?
Some.
Thank
The
you.
whole is the whole city like this?
No. I don't know how much I should be saying. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
That's all right, boy. We appreciate the help. We'll talk with Opa in due time.
Thank you.
You see him scurry off in the same direction that the woman that noticed you took off in.
While they're talking to him, I kind of just want to like scan over the room, familiar faces, anyone that looks like I've ran into them before on the streets, just anyone I recognize.
Perception check.
Sure.
Do the same.
Sure.
While they're looking around, can I figure out where we are?
Sure. Give me a perception check too, or an investigation check. Up to you.
Then
While they're all looking around, I'm just gonna lean on eggs.
Oh yeah. I have not let go of you since we got to the top of the barricade, so I've got no problem helping you out.
Kind of like blinking, like wipe some blood out of my eye.
17 perception.
Faces that you recognize. Begin to scan the crowd. No? You never seen any of these people before?
Could be good or bad.
I know.
The majority of the people that you do see in this circular chamber. Now, when I'm just trying to give you the best description of this chamber. It is a circle. Just imagine on all 4 sides, it separates into large sewer systems with a bridge that kind of spans in the center, which there is a pool of sewage. It reeks down here. The only thing that's keeping light in this place is the small fires that are set up sporadically through the chamber. Cold, wet stone floor. It's the only thing that provides safety to these people. You don't see anybody with any arms or armor either. Most of the people here seem to be women, children, and older folk. Refugees. You set up next to one of the closest fires to you, where no one is at. A large pot is kind of strewn over a metal skew that sits over the fire. You look into it, it's empty. The fire barely even lit at this point.
I got a 15 to figure out where we are.
You can get a general sense of direction here. You're probably right underneath the center of the living district. If you would look at the city over top of it, like I said, it's kind of split into 4 different quarters around the center. You're probably closer towards getting towards the governor's district, which is kind of pinpointed right in the center. But you're not in it. This would be probably one of the closest conjunctions to it, like from the living district. You know what I mean?
And as we were running down, we passed by a big open area with a dragon statue missing a head.
Right.
That's the one I remember.
Correct.
Well, Calder, seems like your connections are coming in handy for more than just us. Maybe. Did you see the statue as we came in?
Right. Oh.
That's
That's
about
the
where we
one?
are. Yep.
Ah. Okay. Well, whenever Opa comes looking for us, I guess we'll see if that pays off.
Yeah. We should. Is everybody up?
And to that point, you see who has now been named Opa, the large, rotund. I shouldn't call him rotund, but he is a larger man in the silver armor.
Beefy.
Beefy. We'll call him Beefy.
He's so beefy.
Slams the stone door behind him. He is also dark complexion, but you can. He is bald, completely shaven on top of his head. You see him begin to scan the room, and he notices your group. Begins to clamber over, kind of with a head of steam. And the first person he grabs is Dornan. Grabs him by the chest and pulls him in close. "What were all of you doing out past curfew?" Slams you back into the rest of your group. "Foolish people!
Opa.
Oh, just one second.
Do not
here.
try to calm me now! Explain
not-
yourselves and who you are, or I will toss you out with the rest of them!"
Quick question. The abilities that we saw Xena using outside, did they appear arcane or divine?
Arcane.
Okay.
As best as you could recognize.
Do I see any symbolism on Opa?
On his
Like
armor?
anything that looks like religious or anything like that?
Give me a quick perception check. Or investigation since you're so close. Up to you.
They're both trash. So. 18?
You don't. No symbolism on his armor or gear. He does carry a long, kind of hilted long sword that kind of almost pokes up to his stomach, with a hilt that you instantly kind of put your eyes to. You don't recognize any symbols.
Dornan, having just been tossed kind of aside, he get very, very sternly, his very now deadpan face of like, he would say, "First off, don't do that again. Secondly, we just arrived. So forgive us if we're not aware of the rules of Arrabar right now."
He unsheathes the sword and points it directly at you. "Speak
When he
again
does
and I
that,
will
I-
remove your head!"
Okay.
holster my
Let's.
gun.
Rain's gonna get in between.
I'm gonna stand right in between the two of them if I can. I'm gonna push myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push Dornan's
Wait.
gun down
All right.
slowly.
I'm gonna.
1 second.
Yeah.
"Put the weapon away!" You hear a voice call from the same hallway that V and the other woman ran to. You see a woman emerged, flanked by 2 other gentlemen. She has this large, what looks like mohawk, but kind of braided. Long braids that kind of sticks out the back of her head. Also darker in complexion. But she has light skin, and freckles also similar to the one of V. Same beautiful bluish silver eyes, but she stands tall, almost as tall as Eggball. Muscular in stature, wearing a leather jerkin and a large kind of satchel that kind of goes around her chest with a bag. You can see a battle axe kind of strapped to her back. That's enough, Opa. I will speak with you now. Leave the newcomers alone. We will formulate our questions and come back to them later. He sheathes the sword. Now that he's up and close and personal, you can see where the voice, his raspy voice, comes from. He has a large scar that runs the whole way across his throat. It's kind of up into his jaw, on the left side of his face, where you see that his left ear is non-existent. Kind of nothing but scar tissue. Sheathes the sword. I will be coming back for answers.
You will get them. And I'm still standing in front of Jordan, by the way.
Yeah, I still have
almost got my
a
gun
hand
at
just
this
on the
point.
end of your gun, just keeping it down.
And
You
I just
see
kind
the
of
woman-
turn and walk away.
You see the woman whisper something to the two men that flank her. One of them has very, very long hair, almost to the small of his back. Black and straight. A small, cropped beard. He kind of gives her a nod. Gives the other gentleman a nod. This man is about half balding. His hair, about to the back of his hair, or the back of his head, that's kind of tied up in this top knot. Not quite as tall as the woman, but definitely as muscular. He carries nothing but a large, what looks like wooden pole with a large stone at the end of it, kind of tied what looks like steel and rope. And he kind of drags it next to him. They both kind of flank the edge of the bridge, where these two pedestals kind of emerge from the ground. And they both just sit there and watch you. Arms crossed.
Pleasure to meet you, boys. And I'm just gonna sit down.
Well, welcome to Arrabar, everyone.
A little different than what I remember.
Still smells like home to me.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm still not liking cities any better.
Yeah.
I'm
This
like-
isn't a good
I-
representation.
I'm still standing and like I'm kind of like on alert now, just sort of like on guard.
To be fair, at least that one had a reason to be angry. He wasn't just a racist ass like a couple of the other cities.
You just lost somebody.
Potentially.
Does that to you?
Looking at wounded Calder, I'll just kind of walk over, reach in my pouch, hold out a potion of healing, and hold it out and say, "You're no good to us, dead."
Let's all take a while. Sit down, recover.
Yeah.
They're probably
Speaking...
gonna be talking. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
That's just a
Yeah.
regular, Joel.
Just a regular potion of healing.
Okay. Calder doesn't drink it, but he puts it in his pack.
What a rat.
He hands it over, and Dorn just ignores that any sort of thing what you do with it. He just hands it and kind of goes, stands, and kind of just watches.
Save it for an emergency. Still kicking. And I look over at Egg. I'm putting it right here, just in case you need it. If I go down again.
You get it. Right
Those
in
of you
here.
that are kind of silent and kind of observing the room at this point, you notice that everybody is staring at you.
Yeah. I'll just kind of nod. Howdy, folks.
They all turn, and begin to whisper within their individual groups.
Okay.
This is uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Um,
welcome to
We
my
turn this
life.
into a short rest.
If you would like to, you will have that amount of time.
Yeah, if we got time, that's what
Sure.
fucking
Sure.
early.
Do it.
I-
As you all begin
Hey,
to sit there, and wonder when you'd be summoned. You wait. And you wait. And you wait. And no one comes to get you. The two gentlemen stand watch the entire time.
I am going to be using Song of Rest. I'm not bringing out any of the instruments and stuff, but I am going to be lightly kind of like humming and singing more. It's not more of it's kind of more of to calm myself down, and then sort of like just into something that's nice for the rest of the party as well. And I'll eventually just kind of like chill out and sit down and join the rest of the group. But so extra hit points increase when you so at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice, each of those creatures gain an extra 1d8 hit points. So if you spend
nice.
so you just get so you get an extra d8 to use.
Cool.
Beautiful. I am almost full.
You said an extra D8? Hell yeah.
Oh no. I'm sorry. That's at level 9. So it's still a d6. Sorry about that.
Okay. Are you
Okay.
rolling that?
Yeah, sure. I'll roll it.
Okay.
That's 3.
Nice.
3 extra
Hey.
points.
Cool.
There you go.
All right, that works.
And I'm gonna do a little mending on you.
Action Surge and Depths Markmen are back. Yay.
So, when we do talk to them, I'm gonna look straight at Dornan, calmly, with no fucking guns. Right?
Yeah.
I ignore you. I just kind of have my arms crossed, just ignore it. I'm listening but ignoring.
Yeah. All right.
So this whole like second chance at life thing doesn't really matter if like you go pissing off the wrong people and like pulling guns on the people that are running this place, because like everybody here is his friend essentially. So
I know you don't
use a little
care,
logic.
like about feelings and manners and shit, but you know, if you die, you
Yeah.
fail. So logic, right?
Yeah.
On the bright side, it was the most Dornan thing I've seen you do.
Arguably true.
He just kind of just looks at you and it's like, touch me next time without permission. Just looks away at the group again, at the everyone else again.
I'm gonna quietly just poke him in his back.
Yes, I wanted to.
No,
Thank you.
I'm just gonna poke, and then just see what happens. I'm just gonna like poke him.
I just give Egg the eyes.
Ren just glares at you and she says, "Nobody's gonna touch you again once they kill you." And I'm just gonna walk away.
Where you going? You can't go far.
No, I'm just walking to the other side of the group, away from the big
5 feet
door.
that way.
Just goes on the opposite end.
Yeah.
Smacks right into the wall.
I made my point.
While
Hey,
we are,
Speaking about Dornan, we got a minute. You want to look at the letter?
Let me actually put this in the chat then, because I took it away. Hang on a second. Come on, chat. Come on.
Is now a weird time? I don't.
Read it if
Maybe
you want.
better
I
time
don't
than any.
personally want to read anything that he left for us in the event that he died when he's not dead. So you can read it. I don't want to.
Okay.
Now my computer's being a bitch right now. Come on, quit being a fucker.
I don't know.
It-
Other thoughts?
go ahead. I've got other things. Frederick.
I was gonna say, like, during all this, Redrick is probably just like 10 feet away, like leaned against a wall with his arms crossed, just like tapping his like foot against the ground, just like over and over, just kind of
I'm gonna-
anxiously.
Go do that. You go ahead and read.
I'm
It's in
in
chat now.
I'm in as a group. I don't. I feel like you'd want us to see it together another time, maybe.
Okay.
But I will walk over to Redrick and be like, I pretty much know where we are. If you want to give me a location, I can start getting on that.
Yeah, I
Alright.
was sort of curious about that. And you see, like, as he's talking to you, he doesn't even, like, look away from the room. Yeah, and he's kind of just, like, gestures in the direction of those two guys. But, I don't think they'll be too comfortable with us leaving right about now, so.
No, not now, but at some point we will. One way or the other, we'll be getting out of here. So, where are we going?
The building itself sits right up against...
Newcomers!
Okay.
Over here!
Newcomers, outsiders, weirdos. Okay.
Yeah,
I
as
Start
think the
the
last
forward.
one's true.
We're not that weird, right?
Not to each other, no.
Who's screaming? Where are they?
Opa from the other
Yeah.
side of the bridge.
I'll get up and start moseying.
Mm-hmm.
You can see he has a torch in one hand. And as you guys file in one by one, up and over this small little bridge that sits over the pool of sewage beneath you, the smell and the stank kind of wafts up into your face as you pass over the bridge.
Stank.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch.
The two gentlemen file in behind you. You can tell the one is very pale, scrawny, almost a complete opposite to the gentleman that kind of flanks to his left, the large, kind of muscular build man. He doesn't even wear any armor or much clothing at all. It's just cloth pants, a set of leather boots, shirtless, and just carrying his hammer. Kind of file in behind you. Here, the scrawny man spits behind you as you guys begin to walk across the bridge. As you get close to Upa, he turns and begins to walk down a large corridor. And at this point, you can see on flanking both sides of a small river of sewage, he begins to follow a left path. The only warning you get is this. You will speak truly when you are within this room. Otherwise, you will be cast out with the dead.
We got nothing to hide.
Doesn't really even look at you. As he leads you, he stops. You can see he takes out a small piece of chalk and writes on what looks like a black steel door. It has bars set in for the windows. He writes in the same symbol, flame in the center. It ignites. And the door pops open. In you go!
He writes the
that
same
through?
symbol that they did to get into this big dome area. I'm gonna
Yep.
just take a note of that.
Do we
Do
recognize
any of us
it?
recognize
Any
that
of us?
symbol?
Give me an Arcana check, if you'd like.
Would Falcon?
Yes. Well, I can't. She can give me an Arcana check. I shouldn't say she recognizes it.
Gonna check. Let's see.
I was
19.
making a note of it.
16 for Velkin.
16?
25.
25. All right. Even though you haven't studied particularly the arcane arts, you've learned to master them in your own right. You don't know what the symbol is or what it means. You don't recognize it. But it seems to be some sort of arcane lock that whenever drawn, it's almost like a ruin that kind of resembles the ones that you saw on the dwarven fortress. Kind of glows for a moment, but this time, whenever the chalk's drawn, it glows and disappears. So you recognize it's either the symbol that's magical or the chalk itself. You're unsure. But the symbols doesn't ring any bells. You've never seen that symbol before. You're ushered into the room. the room itself is not very large. It's probably a good 10 to 15 feet in width, and only about half of that in length. In the center is a large wooden table. You can see strewn across it are maps and papers and all sorts of different knives and pinpoints all through the maps. The large woman kind of looking over it. Ah, you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Close the door, Rupa. Sheer! The smaller, scrawnier man makes a small whistle with his lips and makes a motion with his fingers. It's done. She quickly eyes Upa, gives him a nod. Every single one of you, one at a time, will tell me who you are and where do you come from. Starting with you, old man.
I am Isaiah Storm. I am from here. Well, the past 15 years or so.
Okay. You, boy.
Name's Redrick.
Boy.
Yeah, I was,
The most boyish person that is in this group is Redrick.
probably. Maybe
Fair,
Gordon.
yeah.
Redrick, born and raised.
Very well. And you?
Just eye him a second. And Arrabar.
You, giant man.
Eggvol stew seasoned Lunath Kathai from the tribe wanders around the Smoking Mountains.
One of the fabled Goliaths. Kind of turns to the woman. She kind of gives a. And you?
Alder Vidar. Hard Castle originally, most recently Nimpeth.
And you?
Rose, but I go by Ren. I'm from here.
See him give a sharp glance to the woman. And you? My name's Velkin. Shit. I'm from the northern regions near Menzoberranzan. It's been some time since I've been there, though. I don't really have a home. He looks behind you. They ain't lying. Who speaks for you?
Look at Calder.
Yeah, I guess look toward Calder.
I mean, okay.
It could, or it could
I
be
mean,
we
we're
speak
kind
for
of a
ourselves.
democracy, but you know, sure.
A mixed bag.
You would tell us what you're doing here, and what you were doing out past the curfew beyond the barricade.
I'll look back at Isaiah for a second, and then back to Opa. I've been seeing your people using a lot of magic. That's weird for here. But I'm hoping that means we can trust you. We are here to try to stop that. As crazy as that fucking sounds. Just like looking up towards street level.
You can't be serious.
Unfortunately, I am.
And that's all. If you had to kill yourselves then, you're free to leave now.
Well,
Are you going to tell me the entire truth?
sure.
I would not
mean,
lie to him.
Well, no intent to lie, man. That's our overarching goal, big picture. Of course, we all have some personal things we'd like to accomplish. Family, friends, some of us might like to check in on. It's been some time since a number of us have been in the city.
All dead. I promise you that.
It's a little.
If you are
weird.
here, I will give you my truth. Do not come here seeking others. You only find pain.
We heard the whole city's not like that. Is that right?
This is for me to ask questions and you to answer correctly and truthfully. How do you plan to stop this?
Complicated.
I
Boy,
think we're kind of we're kind of workshopping that at the moment.
it's one
it's
step
a
at a
work-
time. We're here for
Sounds
the
like
next
they're a
step.
bunch of fools, Lena. We should toss them out now. We can't feed any more mouths.
How much do you know about the spell plague?
More than you ever will.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
BT Dub, I made a connection to Calder, Isaiah, and Velkin for 4 hours.
13.
She seems stern and cold, as her eyes no longer focus on the map, but directly at your entire party.
That very well may be true, man.
Kind of sounds like it's a good thing we met you.
Yeah, I hope so. This kind of looks like it's fixing to be a second, or it maybe is already. You're familiar with Zurich?
Are you going to answer his question or not?
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to explain why we're here.
Then answer.
All right, well, then I will assume you know. Zurich, at one time, had his soul split. His minions are gathering the pieces to try to bring him back. We're trying to get those pieces first so they can't. We have reason to believe at least one is here. It's a lot to take
Kind of-
in.
Looks down at the paper and shakes her head. Continue, Upa. Who do you associate yourselves with?
No,
Each
we
other.
don't serve any power in particular. Yeah, mostly just ourselves.
Who sent you here?
We made the choice to come here.
Give me a charisma saving throw.
Gonna say we should probably tell them the name.
Well, I don't know what they're. I mean, if they're, we're not like beholden to anybody, so I'm not lying unless they're.
No, but somebody did send us here.
Well, he gave us the
Yeah.
information. We chose.
Yeah, but I also
come
know the
here.
moon name. I'm trying to remember what freaking kind of moon it is.
22.
Eclipsing moon.
What am I?
You don't know.
Unless
No
your
parties.
question.
No organizations. Just a bunch of random travelers deciding to band together to try to stop the apocalypse. Sounds
More or
pretty
less.
suspicious to me.
I mean, we have peers, I guess, people we've gotten information from or worked with to some capacity, but we are not beholden to any other force or organization, if that's what you're asking.
Give me a
Not
persuasion
in that
check.
kind of way.
15.
When did you arrive here?
Today, man. That
Where
was,
did you come from here previously? Or were you previously before you came here?
we came from Elder most recently.
What does it look like there?
Hell.
It isn't there.
Yeah.
All that's left is the stone fountain in the center.
Turned to ash.
The rumors are true. You see the large man walk out. Damn it!
Opa or someone else?
The large man with the with the stone hammer
Gotcha.
walked out. So, just a random group of adventurers, beholden to none, on a suicide mission to stop the apocalypse.
Somebody
I
had to
would do
it.
better at explaining exactly why you're here. Or you may never leave.
I mean, what kind of specifics do you want? Like our individual motivations, each of us?
Everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
say in
speak-
Calder's head, should we just drop Cade's name? See what happens?
I'll respond. That's a dubious prospect.
Well-
Most people don't like him any more than we do. It's an option.
No more of that. You hear the small guy kind of almost right behind you. And you turn quickly right into him, and he's standing in the wall about 5 feet from you. He gives you a wink.
Very good.
Hmm.
I will at least speak for myself, and I'll let the others speak to their own reasons, but I have a sordid past that I would like to make up for as best I can. And this shit that's happening ain't right. So I would like to stop it. I know that sounds
I'm less interested in motivation.
fanciful.
I would like to know exactly how you come to the idea that you would even be able to stop something like this. Who sent you?
Oh.
What do you know?
That's more specific. Thank you, man. We got information. Man named Cade Snow.
I
You
reach
ever heard
into
that?
my pocket, into my vest, and just plop the crest on the table.
Well, all right.
That's letting the fox out of the cage.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Have you heard of an organization called the Eclipsing Moon?
Not for a long time.
Would you have?
Continue your story. My patience is running thin.
Well, one of their members, man named Cade Snow. If you are aware of the organization, perhaps you know what they do or did. He still upholds that. And he requested our help.
With what?
With his words. With the task, you mean? I'm so sorry, man. I'm really... Wait, I thought I told you already.
Damn it. Damn it.
Like we said, we all kind of speak for each other. He doesn't talk for
Oh,
us.
Wait, what was
you
his word?
precious thing.
Damn.
You said you're hunting for some sort of soul of a god. Kate
Pieces of it,
Snow
yes.
is the one that sent you here in search of it.
He gave us
What
the information.
is
yes.
your plan?
Hopefully to reclaim it.
Where is
and-
it? How?
Forgive me saying, ma'am. I any more than
You
you
don't
know
know.
that you can trust us, we don't
Do you?
either the other way.
No, we don't know, and that's why we came.
We
came to
have an
find it
idea
and
of
what we
where one
can.
might be and where another might be as well. It is not a sure thing. We're here to check and see if we can find it. Either one of them, both.
How do you plan to do that?
Well, very fucking carefully, but seems like it's gotten a bit more difficult since our arrival. We have a bit more information about the city than we did before. So we have some planning to do.
Right. So
Do
you
you-
know where the piece of soul is what you're saying?
We might know where two are, but it's not
Where?
a sure thing. Can I ask where your allegiances lie, ma'am?
With myself. At this very moment.
Listen, they said up front if we lie, we can just leave. So
They said if we lie, they'll let us out.
Kick
with the
us
dead.
out.
So I don't know if that means we'll be alive as we leave. But
Do you... You have a lot of people out there. You care for them?
He stares directly into you.
No body language, nothing.
Just a cold stare.
I'm just trying to gauge whether you're want to do good or not, man. This is
She
pretty
slams her fist on the table. God damn it! Enough of the games! You either tell me what I want to know, or you will be outside with the rest of them.
We know.
I've had enough. Out
We
of my
know.
sight. Opa! Alright. Out you go.
Opa.
Out.
I will just touch the hilt of my sword where the stars are and cast light. That statue of the dragon out front. Does that mean anything to you?
Friendly bunch. I'll walk out.
I grab the crest and follow after without a word.
The door slams behind you. And you're left into the cold hallway.
Is Opa out here with us?
No.
He stayed in the room.
It's at that point you see him pull a cover across the grate of the door.
Well,
Does the passage continue, or is the only way back the way we came?
You could continue farther on if you'd like to.
we either just gave a lot of information to enemies, or some very hasty people turned away a lot of potential allies.
You really could just tell people stuff, right? These are people who have
I
been
gave them
dealing-
everything but the location of the things, at a simple question, I asked if they wanted to do good, if they cared about people. That's an easy yes or no. Is it not? That's not even any personal information about them or their goals. It's just, do you want to do good? That's all I asked before providing the information they wanted.
They didn't even try and lie about it.
They refused to respond. I'm not going to
can't-
give the location of Siric's soul pieces to somebody who can't tell me they want to do good things.
You
I
do realize
agree.
we don't know the locations, right?
We might.
We have
It's
ideas,
not a
and
sure
it's just
thing.
more than
Correct.
they seem to have.
Well, they also weren't looking. They're just trying to survive a horde of things
Correct.
trying to kill
But
them.
they know a lot about the spell plague, supposedly, if she is to be believed. At what else we told them, the potential location of those pieces is maybe very powerful information.
Yeah.
Not something I'm going to hand over lightly, especially
We don't
someone
know.
can't tell me they don't, you know. If you can't tell me you give a shit about people or the world, then, you know,
Even if
I'm
they
sorry.
do, they might trade that information to the wrong people for their own gain.
Correct.
We don't know anything about them. And now we're in the sewers, which is where we were meant to go anyway, so
Exactly. What's done is done. I say we made out well.
yeah.
We're not dead. If they
Yep.
change their minds, I'm sure they can find us.
Just
I'm sure they're
cost
probably going to
somebody
send
their
somebody to
life.
follow us. That was their choice. We didn't know what was going on. We
We
didn't
were
ask them
very-
to save us.
We
That's
were
very
very
true.
forthcoming.
I'm gonna bang loudly on the door.
Egg!
I'm just gonna bang, and then if I get a response, I'm just gonna keep fucking banging.
Why?
The screen moves out of the way. You just see
One
the book.
piece is with a pirate on an island. One's in Orpentar, and as far as we know, one's here. Might be in the Governor District. I thought there was a hole in there. I don't know. If you want the island, you gotta ask one of my friends. Those are the pieces that we know. And I'm just gonna turn around and sit on the floor.
So we're all just making decisions without discussing things. Cool, cool,
Lovely.
great.
We
I
love
mean,
doing
we
it.
were discussing it.
And
We
leaning
discussed
in the
Ryan's gonna
not
walk
giving
away.
them that
direction.
information.
We have no other options. Where else are we going to go?
Isaiah
know we're gonna
knows the
go
sewers
anyway.
like the back
We-
of his hand.
That is true, but we don't know how it is down here, and we got lucky. We're still stuck in this district. We don't know how the other districts are. We thought it'd be safe, and there was just a hole. Apparently,
Hey.
there's not.
I hear what you're saying, but we did have a course of action. It's not like we had nothing.
And we don't know these people, and we
We
don't
do
know what
not.
they know.
They could not
And
even say that they wanted good things.
And I didn't. I didn't know the rest of you either. And yet, I chose to trust you and follow you. I didn't even know anything about this land in the first place.
Well,
I had
Egg,
no
you don't
idea
have a
anything
price on your head,
happened.
do you?
And yet, you willingly gave out your name to them as well. We're still on the same team here.
Part of my name, if you noticed.
Some people were you recognized just from looks?
No. But they might know my last name.
Well,
Can
then
you
you're
keep
safe.
that to yourself, do you think?
I don't even know if I remember it.
Good.
And that's because I don't care. Sorry, my
Good.
fault. That's because it's not because I don't care. Common sucks.
Stu. You see the small boy kind of holding a tray. We set up some bedrolls where you guys first came in. If you're going to stay, you should probably claim a place.
Appreciate that. We're not really sure if we're welcome.
You should keep your food. We've got rations for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's okay. If we'll come find a spot when we're ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Egg, I know you mean well. I do. I believe that you have a good heart, and that you're just trying to get us through this safely. I understand that. I really do. But we've had this conversation with Isaiah. We've had this conversation with Dornan. We have to stop making sweeping decisions as individuals.
That affect
There are
everyone.
7 of us here. 7. That is the biggest piece of information we have right now. That is our only tool. And we've handed it over to people we don't know.
Oh.
Let's move this conversation a little further down the corridor, away from this door.
Yeah.
And away from the other refugees.
It is quite dark down here. And as you guys begin to gather
I
yourselves...
have light on the hilt.
Okay. As you begin to gather yourself, you hear footsteps approaching. And sloshing right through the center, excuse me, of the sewage passage, is the large man with the hammer. Oh, hello there. Conversation finished.
Apparently.
Hey. I knew you. Points to you, Redrick.
Yeah, buddy. We go
You're
way
that
back.
you're that dummy who used to get thrown out of all the bars around town. I thought they locked you up. You disappeared for a long time.
Couldn't catch me.
All right. Kind of can see a pound on the shoulder. It's quite forceful. Good to get back.
Go right ahead.
He shoves past all of you.
Oh. You want to go see where they set us up?
I mean, are we
We're staying.
sticking
Wait.
around or are we done with these people?
What's the point in sticking around?
Could use a rest.
Should we rest here with them and all their hostilities?
Yep, they're very hostile, saving of our lives.
They're very hostile, questioning and threatening to throw us to the dead.
Yeah.
They don't
well,
really have much of a choice when this is what they know now.
Yeah, if they
Have
throw
nowhere
us
else
out,
to
they throw us
go.
out, but we can try to get some sleep in the meantime.
I'm more concerned with if they try to keep us here.
Yeah, well, if
Well,
they
we'll
do,
figure it
human
out.
enemies I can handle.
Is there like other passages out of this main
Oh,
area?
yeah, we could just keep going.
Yeah, the corridor keeps going.
We can just go.
We can. We might be able to ask people here some things. Might be able to ask about your home, Redrick, or yours, Isaiah.
Or we could just
think-
go there.
I think
Yeah.
most of the people here that aren't the ones in that room are probably just trying not to die. I don't know that they'll have much information.
And what time is it? Sense of what time it was when we got down there?
It was a little after dark when we got into the city, and then we
Okay.
ran. So it's probably early evening-ish.
Yep.
Because right after curfew would be dark, I would assume.
Where was the dragon statue when we were running in? Where did we
So
pass that?
Big
you
open
pretty much are in an inn that
Mm.
is that is part of a set of buildings that surround a large circular courtyard. The
It was out in
statue,
the courtyard.
yeah, it's in the center. It's part of a large fountain in the center of the courtyard.
Okay.
My recommendation would be this: if we don't want to stay with them, which I completely understand, we can head down the sewers. You can rest. I don't need to sleep. I can stay up. Something comes, I'll wake you up. Once it's dawn, and assuming curfew is over, we can head topside and check things out, hopefully safely.
There is also the off chance, again, just throwing it out there, group rules, but maybe they just need a minute. If we stick around, maybe they talk to us after they've had a chance to talk through what we told them.
You want to give them another chance after that?
I don't love it, but now they know what they know. Could still be potential allies, and we are in desperate need of those.
Either way, either they let us out or let us stay. Rest is required, and we can't do anything until morning. So either we sleep here, sleep over there. It doesn't matter.
Frederick,
Yeah.
how far are we from where you wanted to go? And I'll start explaining, like, roughly where we are in the city so that we can coordinate.
How-
You begin to hear
how
you
far
begin
are
to
we?
hear a loud voice coming from the door. Hoopa! Hoopa! They have my brother in a damn sack! Goddamn woman. See pull on his chest plate. Get out of my way. Kind of walks past all of you. Towards the group.
What'd she say? They have my brother in a what? In a damn cell?
That's what it sounded like.
You didn't get the end of it, but you could assume.
That's information we could ask about.
Not that they'll answer.
And they might not. But
I'm just
that
gonna,
boy who came and offered us stew seemed a little kinder to us than them, so.
I'm just gonna shake my head, stand up, and I'm gonna walk toward the group. I guess with the rest of just further inside.
Most
I'm
common.
going. I'm going for a walk.
I kind of point to all the folks out there. Most people only really care whether or not you're nice or helpful or kind. Maybe. It's an option. We don't have to stay. It looks like Egg wants to.
I don't care. I don't give a shit about the people in that room. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why are we gonna try and save them?
All right. We're trying to save everybody is my point, Red. How close are we to where you want to check on?
It's on the edge of the city, the eastern side. Right up against the wall.
DM, how roughly?
Where you are now, it would be probably a good 20-minute walk if you were
That's
walking
not
the
bad.
city streets.
Yeah.
So maybe a little bit longer
In the
underneath.
sewers.
Isaiah, how far in the sewers?
Would it be longer or shorter? Because the sewers, well, no, they would probably follow the streets relatively well because that's where all the.
Yeah, the sewer system
Houses
is
are-
kind of the way the sewer system's set up in Arrabar. So you have a round circle, right, from the governor's district.
Yep.
And everything else just kind of spreads out like a sun. So just imagine my hand is the sewer system, but with multiple different pathways from the center.
Is there an outlet nearby, Isaiah?
I mean, they're fairly frequent, but we might be a few blocks, maybe a 5-minute walk from the nearest entrance
Okay.
or manhole or something.
That's not terrible. We can go take a look and come back.
That's all I'm asking. I just want to see if anything's still there.
Okay.
And we don't know what the sewers are like.
No.
But if these people are living down here, I don't see any barricades or gates on just the normal pathways. We don't
Could be further on.
all have to go.
I don't want anybody on the streets alone. If any of us go, I think we all should. That was
Gonna go-
hell up there. If not for Egg,
Yes.
I'd have been dead.
We were all close. Yes. All right. Somebody needs to go get Egg then.
Where were you walking to?
I don't care. I just walking.
What direction? Are you
Oh,
heading back towards the people or farther down the passageway?
I'm heading back towards the people.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start speed walking, and when I start getting close to people, I'm just gonna slow my roll. And it's gonna be kind of hard for a Goliath to blend into a crowd, but more of just like I'm just trying to I'm just walking, I'm observing, I'm trying to calm myself down.
Okay. What you see initially is your vision takes play kind of points towards the direction where you guys were kind of set up your temporary camp whenever you got here. You see V slowly, not slowly, but placing each little bowl of stew that he had on a tray next to your bedrolls, and he seems to be like kind of tidying things up and making sure.
You're so
Seems
sweet.
like he gives you a space.
I guess
That
but
is
yeah.
precious.
That's the first thing that catches your eye. The rest of the people here seem to huddle into their own groups. It seems like they don't really socialize outside their own little circles.
Just a very brief interjection before you continue with Egg here. Whenever we catch up in time, I'll stroll towards him. I'm keeping light on the hilt.
Okay. So what are you doing, Egg? Anything specific? I mean, it was only about
I
5
guess-
minutes or so that you guys.
Yeah. I guess just kind of having look over. I'll head over to V, and the little spot that we were. You didn't have to do this. Oh, sorry. You didn't have to do this. It's okay.
Sorry, it's mom's orders. Everyone's supposed to be treated like family when they get here.
It's appreciated. You said mom. Did your mom make the stew?
Well, you want to see something cool?
Sure, I like cool stuff.
Okay. You see him dig into one of his little pouches, and when I say he has pouches along his belt, he has 12, 6 on each side. And he begins to rummage through one of them. You hear him jingle some things like metal clanging. Shit, where'd they go? Oh, here they are. He takes out a little sack. It's about a good 4 inches. And he opens it. They say one of the most powerful wizards gave me these. Watch. And he takes it towards the stew pot, and what it looks like is a small little bean. Brown. Looks rudimentary to you. He drops it. Stand back. He steps
Take a
back,
couple steps
and all of
back.
a sudden, the pot that was over the fire fills with stew and begins to pour over, almost boiling at one point. As it kind of hits the flames and kind of sizzles and causes this beef smell in the air.
How I'm gonna kind of walk up and how did you? And I'm gonna grab what is it, a ladle from my bag and just kind of stir it and give it a little sip.
I don't know how they work. He just told me to put them in. Does it taste
How
good?
does it taste? How does it taste?
Tastes like some of the best stew you've ever had. Salty, and the meat is almost cooked perfectly. The vegetables in them almost exotic to you, but also familiar. There's potatoes and carrots and all sorts of things that just make this thing have a tang to it as well.
This is some of the best stew I've ever had. What are those?
I call them stew beans, but I'm not really sure.
I like the name of them. Stew beans are pretty good. Is that bag full of beans?
Used to be. Not as full as it was before, but we keep getting more people. I don't know how long we can. Yeah.
Oh. Wish I kind of known we were coming. Well, I don't know if my group is staying here, but if we are, at least for another day, you could maybe save some of those beans. I could help make some food if we have anything around.
There's not much.
I mean, I've got some rations on me. At least that's something. Got some spices. At least help out.
It's at that point,
Gotta
Calder,
save
you
what you
see
can.
Egg, speaking to the young boy.
Heading over.
Boy.
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 He doesn't even say it that much in this game. It pisses me off. Anyway.
Well, he's a little older now.
Nick
Howdy there, young blood.
Hi.
Well, it was nice talking to you, V. I guess I'll maybe see you later. Maybe talk more about the beans.
Yeah. I hope you don't
Calder.
mind. I'm going to take the pot. We got a
Oh,
ration.
yeah, sure, of course, yeah. Oh, my name's Egg, by the way. This is Colder. Sorry about that.
Ah.
You're right. Sorry, Colder.
Sure. Yeah.
Whoa,
What's your
cool
name?
sword.
Well, thank you very much. It was my dad's.
Why is it glowing?
I'll take it out real slow and just kind of get down on my knee and put it on the ground in front of him so he can see it. It glows because a goddess lets me.
Yeah, right.
That sounds crazy, I know, but watch. And I'll pull out my dagger and I'll cast light on the dagger and it'll start to glow and the sword will go out. Pretty cool, huh?
Z used to be able to do cooler stuff.
See?
Z.
Z. Oh. Yeah, she did do some pretty cool things.
V! Come now, boy. I gotta go.
That's all right. It was nice meeting you, V.
Yeah. And he grabs the pot. I'm coming! And he begins to walk across the bridge.
What are we doing?
We're gonna try to check on Redrick's home first, and then come back. We want to stick together. Is that all right with you?
I wasn't planning on staying. Just needed.
I understand.
Egg's just gonna go reach. He's just gonna reach over. He's just gonna place his hand on your, I guess, kind of like on like your upper arm, and even through like the armor, you can feel that he's shaking. And he'll look over towards you, and his eyes just look wide and they look wild, and they look scared. I'm sorry. Still a lot to take in. I've never seen so many people in one place, and not even, and let alone them not even being alive. And I don't feel comfortable in cities as it is. And I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
Okay. I understand. I'm be lying if I said I wasn't a little scared too. That is, that's fucking insane. I've never seen its like either, and I doubt any of the others have. We are in uncharted waters. Just doing our best to stay afloat. Stick together. That'll give us our best shot.
I'll try to do better to consult with the group efficiently. I think I said two of the same things. Let's go.
Okay. I'll sheathe the sword and the dagger and stand up and help Egg get to his feet.
I'll let you leave.
Okay. When you reconvene with the group, assuming you all are making preparations to head eastward, the tunnel that you are now in actually would lead in an eastern direction. So, if you look at the sun, it kind of heads in that direction. So,
All right, Isaiah, this is your thing.
Yeah, I think we can do this. All right. And he'll just start. Well, yeah, he'll just start walking off. Uh, Calder, you want to take middle so we look at the shiny bits?
Sure.
Friend's gonna walk up front next to Isaiah.
I'll hand
Oh,
Isaiah a torch too as I'm heading back towards the middle.
Oh no, I got that covered.
Oh, yeah, sure. Bug eyes.
Someday. And he flips the hood up on the cloak. It's a little bit harder to see him, but with Calder's light, it should be fairly straightforward where he and Ren are.
Okay. So, you guys begin to walk into the sewer. The farther and farther you get, the more and more foul the sewer gets as well. It seems like the people that take residence here has tried to clean the walls and the floors as best as they can to make it as sanitary as possible. But as you can tell there is a direct line where they had kept things clean and where they just didn't give a shit. You walk for about 200 feet before you notice something, Isaiah. A stone wall in front of you. The sewer system is sort of like a half circle that you walk into. But in front of you now is a stone wall that fills that space. You've never seen something like this before in the sewer.
Is it stone as in solid stone or as in stone blocks that were?
It is
mortared
like,
and put in
it's
place?
like mortared. Yeah, mortared stone. Similar to the cobble floor that you walk on now.
Reach up, put a hand on it just to make sure it's actually there.
Cold and wet.
Okay, so they do have protections up. This is new.
Any way around it?
I don't know if Velkin has dispel magic, but I know if she does have it prepared, she would attempt to offer services.
Is it
Let
magical?
me check.
Well, I'm assuming because it's not really supposed to be here, am I right? You called it a
It's
protection?
It's been months, and it might just be one of their things.
Well, never mind.
Here, I can take a look.
We don't want to leave it
Yeah.
defenseless
Yeah.
either.
I
So,
will-
just so you know, she does have dispel magic, but no spell slots.
That's okay. I'm gonna throw up a detect magic to see if it's a magic wall or.
It is definitely magical. There is a strong sense of abjuration on it.
Okay.
Is this the way Opa went?
What was that? No,
Is this-
Opa went towards the crowd of people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We may have to ask to be let through.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to mind us
Is
even
it-
before.
No need to ask.
Well,
You hear from behind you as a torch is lit. You're gonna need this. She tosses it towards your group. Wherever you're going, come back. We'll have a chat.
Who is this?
I could use your help. As the large woman that you,
Oh,
Did she give
much
us her,
different
her
tune.
name?
Oh,
she did not give you.
He
her
called
name.
her Lena, though.
Lena?
Opa did. Yeah.
She tossed a torch?
She tossed a small piece of chalk
Okay.
your direction. Probably the closest one is Belkin or Dornan, the ones that usually keep the back at the party.
Give her a nod.
I'll say Dornan will hold it and just kind of onto it.
just the symbol or any words?
Just a symbol. It's only one way.
Wall goes back up when we're done. All right.
Okay.
We shouldn't be too long.
Only one way, meaning we can't come back the way that we leave? Or.
Unfortunately, no. The front door is always unlocked. We'll have somebody waiting.
Okay.
Are the city's pretty tall. Are the rooftops better than the streets?
Nowhere safe. But yes,
And is it better in the day?
always.
Red, do you want to ask? I'm sure you want to see it for yourself anyway, but
On the edge of town, there's an orphanage called Ariel's. You ever heard of it? Ariel's home.
I know of it.
Have you been since all this happened?
Not particularly, but I know it still stands.
Still stands, meaning
The building's still there. Druka mentioned you. You're one of her children. Be careful. I don't know if she still lives.
she's stubborn enough. I don't think she would have let something like this get her.
Well, if that's where you're going, it's quite a ways. Be careful getting back. This wall will be here whenever if you decide to try back this way. We will not hear you, even with the loudest of screams.
You,
Red,
no, you have to.
do you think we should leave it till tomorrow? It's been this long. I don't think one night's going to make a big difference. And we're all pretty beat the fuck up. And if we can't come back this way, that means we have to go up top.
If we're going out, I'd kind of like to be able to do what I did with Kohler again, just in case that happens again.
One night.
We'll go first thing.
We can take
Yeah,
it
first
one
thing in the
night.
morning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
First
Better in
agree.
the morning.
We've been
And
out
safer
for
in the
6
day.
hours or so.
One night.
Has it only been that long?
We woke up, went to hell, had a fight,
Oh, that's
got
right.
to Arrabar,
Mhm.
had a fight, got to Arrabar.
Yeah.
and
I'm
ran
as
away from
tapped
the
as tapped gets right now. so-
Yep.
Oh yeah.
First thing in
Okay.
the morning, and then we'll be able to help people if necessary. Right now, there's not a whole lot we could do.
Yeah.
Calder? No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Does Ren's connections, are they felt? Even if you don't say who you connected to?
You can end the connection, so I assume so.
It's hard to
Then
tell.
Yeah.
I would say not unless directly contacted. Right? There's not really a saving throw
Yep.
compared to it, or
Yeah.
is there? Can you I don't think so, direct, right?
No, that's
didn't
yeah. I
think
can connect. I can connect. You can't stop me from connecting, but you
Right.
can end the connection.
Right.
So since you haven't talked in Isaiah's head and didn't mention you were connecting, you wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Correct.
no. Calder's the only one that knows.
Well, Lena, it seems you've got us for a little while longer. If you want to talk.
Not tonight. Get your rest. Do what you have to. Come back.
Is it okay we call you Lena, by the way? Would you rather Miss Lena or any other name?
Oh, here we go. Call me whatever you wish.
Okay.
Okay, whatever you wish. It's been an interesting morning.
Sweet Jesus, the
Oh
dad
God,
jokes.
Dad.
He just turns and
we're gonna
walks
go.
away. He just turns.
Sorry, ma'am. Fuck.
Thank you.
Isaiah's gonna wait for a moment when Dornan isn't looking his way and nudge Ren, point at him, and motion for
Ren's just gonna ask in your hand, what?
oh, thank God. Make sure to get that thing off of Dornan before
Oh, the chalk.
sleep so he can't leave.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll try to leave without us, but I can try. If he catches me, he might just shoot me.
I don't think he'd do that because you're extremely useful. So,
Well, he tried before, but I guess we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll give it a shot a little later. I'm gonna stay here for a few. I just kind of want to be alone for a few.
I guess we're heading back to the camp then.
If I notice Bren staying behind, I'll kind of stop, 10 feet out or whatever, and look back at her. You all right, kid?
No, but I'll be fine.
All right. Well, points my head if you need me.
Yeah, I'll be along in a few.
All right. And I'll head out with the others.
You head back, and the rest of you see what has been set up for you. A small camp, rudimentary at best, with some bedrolls, kind of circle around a fire. You see small bowls of stew set next to it. You see no signs of Upa or V or Lena, or Druka, or the other gentleman. Rather than the only people you do see are the majority of the refugees. Now that you're kind of like sitting and gathering yourselves, you can tell that these people are disheveled. Most of them seem lost and starving, speaking in whispers to one another.
Seeing the stew by one of the bedrolls that I'd sit at, I just kind of pick it up. And
Still warm.
Are there any children nearby? Anyone kind of near us?
Not directly near you. Probably the closest group of people that have children are across the bridge in kind of the far right corner, catty corner to where you guys sit.
Okay, well, Dorn's kind of he's gonna look at it and just kind of just walk out, just kind of he's literally just gonna take the walk all the way to the nearest place with some of the kids, and he'll set look at them, put the bowl onto a table, just turn around and leave.
Thank you. You hear a call from behind you.
Well, I don't know where Gordon's going, but we set up the bedrolls and he gave us bowls of soup, and it's actually really good. It's like best soup. It's best soup I ever had. It came from a bean.
The best stew you've ever
Take
had.
No, try it. It's got stuff in it. I don't even know what it is. It's good. It's got a flavor I don't even know if I've had before. Like, jeez. Try
Start
it. Come
picking.
on, seriously. It's
Pick some
good. I'm
things
like,
out of
I'm seriously gonna like sit there and like actually like eat it, trying to get you guys to eat it because it's fucking good.
Well, slow down there, champ. Pick some things out. Put them in your bag. You can get them later.
Okay, and I'm just gonna daintily put the spoon on the ground and just start like using like my pinky and like fishing. And anything that's like weird, I'm just gonna put on the spoon on the ground and just keep fishing, sniffing. You know.
While we're eating and doing all the pre-sleeping stuff, Isaiah will go over to Ook and start tapping a little rhythm like he did before we played tag. But this time it's much less dad rock and much more somber but hopeful tunes. Something along the lines of like the Dawn Will Come scene from Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, buddy.
Something that to remind people that there is music and there can be good things.
As this is happening, Calder's just gonna kind of like sit on his bedroll. I'll put my shield on the ground next to me and take the the sword in its sheath off my back and kind of lean it on the shield. Light is still gonna be on the hilt, so it's just kind of illuminating the area and I'm gonna pull out the piece of paper that I wrote my oath that I still have not taken, and be looking at that.
As Dornan's walking back, and his hair just kind of keeps falling, kind of just moving around, and he keeps doing this and realizes, okay, this is annoying. So he takes a dagger, and as he's walking, he's just shink the long hair and cutting it short.
Okay.
All about efficiency, baby.
Redrick will just like sit for a second and then just like get up and like pace and then like sit again and then like can't get comfortable and then just get up and kind of like pace around a bit more and just sort of repeat that process.
Isaiah, you said.
Sorry.
Sorry, you said you were you using an instrument? It's a dumb
No,
question.
I'm using magical
No.
tinkering to make Ook make the sound.
Oh. What is it? After I'm done like fishing and I've got like my little bowl of just, or my little spoon of I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna leave it to the side near the fire to kind of dry out a little bit, and I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna hand you a hand drum, and I'll pull out my pan flute. If you want to do something, maybe you might help out, kind of with the.
I mean, that's the only way I know how to make music.
Oh, well, here, let me show you how to use it, and it's really easy. Let me just, hold on a second. And I'm just going to kind of show you how to just at least kind of like hold the hand drum and just sort of how to use it, and, and just kind of, you hit it, try it a little bit, get the feel. It's got, some kick, but get used to it, and you can start going with some pretty rolling beats.
He has
Just give it a shot.
zero rhythm. He's got a
Well,
great memory
then-
for songs, but zero rhythm.
Then just keep hitting it to what you think is time. Kind of just hit when Ook makes sounds, So like if you're like hammering something, and it's just like ting, ting. There's an even space in between. If anything, just do that. And then if you feel more comfortable, add a couple things in the middle, Get comfortable. It's easy, I promise. Just give it a try. And I'll just kind of softly play along with Ook on my pan flute. Maybe try to like get it like a little more like lighthearted, just a little bit faster.
Ren's just at the end of that passage, sitting on her heels with her head on her knees, and she's gonna end up staying there for like an hour, and then she'll eventually shake it off and go back to the group. And when she gets back, where's Dor?
Right now, he's probably back, and his hair short is now basically, you see that his hair is short, and I'm actually going to post an image that I had commissioned for this.
Oh, what?
Very nice.
What?
Dornan 2.0.
Yeah, let me.
Dornan light, let's be real.
Or would it technically be
Alright.
previous version was Castus and this is Dornan? Ooh.
Well, this picture of Dornan is not the most appealing, I have to admit.
Dead
But the sheer
Dor.
fact that he's dead.
Yikes. Yeah,
Oh wow, look at that.
that's rough.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Wild.
that is what, a shade down instead of a glow up.
I dimmed down. So yeah, he's walking. He'd probably be while everyone's kind of settling because he doesn't need to sleep. He just kind of wandering a bit, not too far from the group, but just kind of stay in one spot for a bit, then move over to another spot, stay in a spot, just kind of just looking around.
Whenever I come back after about an hour, I'm gonna look and just see where you are, and then she's just gonna walk up to you and just kind of like put one arm around your arm and lean her head on your shoulder and say, "Just shut up, so I can pretend that you're the old you for a minute." And then I'm gonna try to steal the chalk.
Damn.
Cold
right, so that
ice. Alright, what is my perception?
Sleight of hand.
I got shit passive, so
Okay. I'm gonna add a side die to that just to be safe.
Damn.
Could I somehow give
Okay.
inspiration? Well, I guess no. I wouldn't know this is happening. Never
No,
mind.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't
all right,
know.
yeah, I'm jamming out. Sorry.
That is a fucking math. Jesus Christ. 1926.
help you if it's higher than a 12, you're fine.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't even need my bonus.
Jordan, as she lays her head on you, like she used to do before you were dead, you feel something. For a brief moment, you feel warm. You catch your breath for a second.
Fucking. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
All right. I'm gonna tuck the chalk away, but I'm still gonna stand next to him with my head on
And
his
as
shoulder.
you do, as you kind of just looking out, he's like, it was right. Let me add facsimile. Have his thoughts, memories. Look like him, mostly. Sound like him. I'm him. I'm not your Dornan. I'm what's left over, I guess.
You don't have to tell
kinda
me
like
that you're
an
not Dor. I know that.
You notice something, Rose. A singular tear is slowly streaking down the side of his cheek.
Oh.
I'm just an echo.
Chill, bro. You make me
Jeez.
laugh in the middle of this.
It's so sad. He's trapped.
Yeah, he's still there.
But yeah,
I'm just an echo.
You're not even an echo. You're just a body. I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna wipe the tear away and I'm gonna say, but it won't be that way forever. And she's just gonna, after a second, she's just gonna like give you a proper hug, like just squeeze you really hard, and then she's gonna go to the others. And when she sits down, she's gonna make eye contact with Isaiah and just thumbs up.
I do just want to ask Isaiah, do you use the hand drum at any point? Or no? Try it.
He was trying to play. That's why I said he had zero rhythm, because you find out very quickly and for like a solid half hour.
Oh yeah, well I will try my best to kind of like help you and like figure it out. So, and then probably after like a half hour or so, like we'll just take. I'll kind of like stop and take like a little break. What was good? It's it was something. We can work on it though. We can work on it. This could be another tool set that you can figure out. I believe in you. I mean, if Ook can do it, you can do it. No offense to Ook. You're great. You're. I'm just gonna we'll take a break for now. We'll work on it. Okay.
Sounds good. I should probably go see if I can get Roderick tired enough to sleep.
Good idea. Yeah. And I'll just take the hand drum and I'll do something else. I don't know.
that's where we're going to take a break, everybody. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
All right, see you guys after the break.
See ya.
And we are back.
It was supposed to be a 5-minute break,
Welcome
but we
back,
have some.
everybody.
Technical difficulties.
Some behind the
we'll
scene
call it-
Discord issues.
We'll call it
We'll
technical.
go with. Which is why
Some
Liam is on a
discordance,
phone now.
you might say.
Yeah, I am on my
No,
phone.
you might not say. You might not say that.
That's fucking
How are your
disgusting.
kids?
Let's play.
Let's play.
We go another break. Are we all good here?
We're good.
No.
I'm good.
We're good.
I don't even
For the
remember where we
love
left
of God.
off at this point.
We're sitting
From
around.
the
We're
beginning.
about a long rest.
Session
Isaiah
1.
was gonna go talk to Rhetoric, who is pacing-ish.
Yes.
Isaiah was gonna go wear him out.
That's where we'll pick up, around the fire, in the sewers of Arrabar. As you all take your rest.
David.
Does anybody want to do anything in specific?
The only thing Isaiah was gonna walk over to Rhetoric and be like, "You we're all gonna need to sleep tonight. If you want to go work out, get some sparring in, tire yourself out, get your mind off things."
Is that even a good idea?
I mean, you've been great recently. If you're worried, we can go grab Calder. Keep him around just in case. Stop it.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Show
For all
good
of you
stuff.
audio
Lost.
listeners, Mac and Sarah are just laughing.
They're dying. And no.
Hey, I made air quotes too.
We're having a great time.
You two are in timeout.
we are gonna need the rest, so this'll help.
I don't know if any amount of working out or sparring or whatever is gonna calm down what I'm thinking about. I mean, sure, I could get it out physically. I could hit a wall or something. I don't know.
I mean, you might break your hands. That's
Well,
Yeah.
not the point.
it's
But the hole in the city opened up over one night. Something like that could happen tonight.
yes.
How am I supposed to sleep knowing that could just happen and I can't do shit about it?
Because you can't do shit about it. Staying up isn't gonna change anything. All you can do is work at the problem in front of you. If you make up new ones that may or may not ever happen, it just gets worse and worse and worse. You have to remember, you can do amazing things. And you can change big problems. Anything that you can't change anyway. So if you let that into your head and just focus on that, it's never gonna go away.
I don't want to change amazing things, Isaiah. I want to keep them safe, that's all. I don't care about saving the world, or the only reason I'm out here is keep them safe. I
Them
don't
us
need
or them.
both at this point. But the only reason I met you all, the only reason I'm out here in the first place, I don't know. I don't care about being able to save the world. I want to save my people. And sitting here, I can't do that.
Well, you go off half-cocked, tired. Probably can't do it either. You can't control the thoughts that enter your head. nobody can. It's just how minds work,
Yeah.
especially around red. But but you can focus on the things you can do. And if you're tired, if you're thinking about going alone, any of these things make it so much less likely that you'll be able to actually save them. Rest is just as much as rest is just as much a weapon as your arms and your claws and that fucking tail thing you got occasionally. So sharpen your weapon, ready it up, and tomorrow we'll hurl it at the world and save every damn person we can, everyone we care about. But if you need to take your mind off of things, we can do that too. Sometimes not thinking is better. For a little while.
Yeah, the whole not thinking thing doesn't always work out in my case. But I see what you're saying. I'll try to get some rest. No promises, but I'll do what I can.
I mean, you could also talk to Velkin. She might. No. I think she's tapped for the day. Otherwise, she might have something.
A conversation with Velkin might be a good idea because she'll put me to sleep. With all that lecturing she does.
Oh! Have I ever told you about the relative merits of...
I gotta go check out the other side of that sewer system. There's some...
Try.
Yeah, I'll try.
For them as much as for yourself.
Alright.
But we will do everything we can.
I know that. I know I need to sleep. It's just... It's not easy. Feeling helpless. Yeah.
Yep. Why do you think I like fixing things? People are such a pain in the ass. So much harder.
Hey, if you could fix me, go right ahead. Work your magic. I'm all for it.
All right. Let's see. He puts a hand on your forehead and just does heal. That work?
No.
I think so.
Praise Jesus.
They hailed.
Hallelujah.
Well, I'm gonna get to that resting thing. At least start trying.
Good night.
That is And I guess I'll find my way to a bedroll and just lay down. Try not to think about anything. Just turn my brain off. And sleep if I can.
I think we're at least mostly safe here. But I think at least one person on watch anyway.
I can keep watch. Don't worry.
Appreciate that. I'll take first.
Yeah, I'll take last.
I can
Wake
stay up
me
with
up
him
somewhere
if you
in the
want
middle.
me to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, you want to take first with me?
Sure.
Okay.
So we're all three keeping watch.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
taking the last watch. Oh,
I
him.
got you.
Okay.
Okay. So who's taking second watch then? Did we figure that out?
I'll grab.
Okay. So we have
Yeah.
3 first watchers.
I was gonna say I'll wake someone
Jordan
up
doesn't
if
count.
if they don't volunteer.
Isaiah
I've
did
stayed
say,
up all
wake me
day
up
because I
somewhere
don't
in the
need
middle.
sleep.
Yeah, I'll wake up Isaiah for a second when that rolls around.
I was waiting for someone to say something and then everyone just awkwardly paused. I was like, okay. We have 3 first
No
watches.
second
and no second
watches.
watches. Okay, cool. Okay. Go ahead. Did you have something to say?
Just kind of settling in to start watch or whatever, just like looking around at the people and stuff. I will fold up the paper with the oath on it and kind of put it on top of the shield next to where the sword is leaning on it, and just kind of tap the hilt and mutter, "We need to talk," and sit back.
Okay.
How you holding up, Vilkin?
I'm not happy to be back underground, but okay.
At least
What
not
about you?
underground with the people you're avoiding, huh?
Ah, yes, of course. Anything's better than that. What about yourself? Why is he just staring at us?
Dornan?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I don't know. The creep factor went way the fuck up after he died, huh?
He looks way worse without the hair.
Oh, yeah. Should have kept that.
I feel very uncomfortable here, in the city, just in general. It isn't a place, I tend to like to be.
Yeah. I don't think any of us is comfortable here.
How's that going? She looks at the note on the shield.
I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. Our last talk was adversarial.
Well, good. Maybe she'll never come back.
Yeah, maybe. I'd like another word with her, but she doesn't like to come when I ask, so we'll see. It's always on her time.
Maybe that's how it should be.
Maybe.
Calder, you're not a god.
No.
They come and go.
Yeah. Sure. I just want to set a few
Sure
things
you're
right.
not a god, or sure she can come and go when she wants to, because I think both of those are true.
Yeah, both. Sure, both. Just saying I'd like to set a few things straight, I guess.
Why do you keep looking up at the ceiling? Like, she's like...
I'm
Okay.
not looking at her, just in general. Looking around while I talk. You don't do the whole social thing much, huh?
Not with random gods that you think are pretty.
I mean, what?
What?
What? That I think is pretty?
Yeah, obviously you talk to her more than me now.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry about it. Takes the book out and begins to flip through the pages again.
Did we start a relationship at some point? Am I-
Ew, you stink way too bad.
Well, then fucking fix it. You got your little sparkle fingers. I don't fucking know.
You can ask her.
Well, then you'll just have to smell me. I'm not
Great.
sure she's in the habit of cleaning me up. Slapping me around lately.
Go on in. Clean him up, please. He stinks.
If you touch me, I'll snap your fucking dead fingers. Yeah, well. Somehow still has a sense of humor in there.
Says nothing. He just kind of just goes back to just looking around.
Enjoy your book.
Perception checks from both of you. Rolling for Velkin as well.
Okay, this will be Vulcan me. Oh, that's shitty for me. Shitty for Vulcan.
Shitty for
let's
Calder.
see. 7 me, 9 Vulcan.
Also
Nice.
7.
Nice. You guys don't see anything immediately. Most of the people around you fall asleep before you guys even finish your first watch. The fire's dim, but there are individuals that do tend to them to keep them stoked throughout the night. Those are the only individuals that seem to be walking around the sewer here while you're taking your watch. Eventually, one female, older, gray hair, kind of disheveled. She kind of has these liver spots like all over her face. Excuse me. And she places some dried wood into the fire and she moves on.
I think
Nod
at a
and
certain
give a thank
point, I kind of just stand up and kind of do maybe just walk around, walking, keeping kind of within the ring of light that's close, so I don't get too far away. Worked out last time so well, but just kind of just walk around and run up, do a quick perimeter check every so often.
Just keeping my eyes on him.
You don't see anything suspicious. You don't really see sign of Lena or Rupa either. So,
V?
was that?
Do we see V?
V?
No, you don't. No. Mm-mm. They either stay somewhere else or aren't here at the moment.
Okay.
Mostly uneventful first watch, for the most part. Who's taking the second watch? David. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Isaiah,
Ready?
sorry. Luke.
That's an unnatural one.
An unnatural one.
Yay!
You see Redrick tossing and turning within his sleep. That's where your focus is kind of lied on throughout the night. So you're not really focused much on anything else. But he seems to be restless.
Isaiah spends most of his watch just writing, but it's the kind of writing where it's a quill pen and there's no erasers, so it like ends up with a page of like 80% scribbles and like a couple of words still visible. Crumples it off, redoes it a couple of times, tossing them into the fire. And
Eventually, a few hours into the fire, another lady approaches and stokes the fire. It seems like they have a routine. It's every couple of hours. They try to keep them low as possible without, if you keep a roaring fire, too
suffocating
much smoke.
everybody.
Yeah.
He just spends the time. He will take out his old flask for a while, which is probably mostly empty by now. The times he's given it to Redrick, and just sit with his memories. And then he'll probably kick. He said last. Yeah, we'll only do 3. He'll kick Ren. Well, no. He will go over
Bam!
and gently shake Ren.
Could break a rib.
Yeah. It's the 3rd time I've taken damage in this campaign.
You're my new target. I can't kill the
I
Calder
know.
easily. I can kill you easily.
You've
Catch
come
me.
damn close, buddy.
Ren, you were woken up with a boot into your chest.
No, he wouldn't do that to Ren. He would go over and shake the shoulder gently. Your
I'm
turn.
up. Okay. Good night. I'm up.
perception check. Dornan, give me one as well since you've been up this entire time.
Oh, that is a nat 1.
That is a 7. That's a 4. It's a 4. God damn it.
Good
Wow,
thing we're
you
not
guys
like
are
in the
horrible
wilds
at
or
this.
something right now.
Now I roll a 20. Now I roll a 20. I was just rolling.
At this point, you see Velkin up. She took her brief rest during the second watch, and she's up writing in her book now. Dornan's still kind of pacing. Probably eventually found his way back to the group.
And realized that the chalk is missing. He would have he would have put his hands in his pocket at some point.
Not there.
Mm-hmm. He's just kind of like, Just kind of just continues on his pacing.
Ren's just gonna kind of look around the room and like just try to get an idea of what their routine is. Probably not very well, but does she see any like supplies, or is anybody guarding the bridge?
Nobody guarding the bridge. It's empty. You do see somebody on the other side of the bridge. It is the scrawny, pale individual with the long hair and the black beard. And his friend. Kind of, they don't guard the bridge per se, but they guard the passageway where you had met. And you meet his eye. Gives you that wink again.
I'm gonna approach them. Hi. I don't think we were introduced earlier. I'm Ren.
I'm Durka.
Durka? And you? The other guy.
Some call me Sneer.
Okay, well, if that's what you prefer, Sneer. I'm curious, how did you know?
I know a lot of things.
Okay, well, do you know where my friend could get some proper clothes? He's been wearing that ridiculous turtleneck for like a month.
Durka, go see what we have. He does look quite ridiculous.
He does.
Maybe some
There-
proper
there
pants
can't
too
be
that go
much
below
of
the
it left.
knees.
There can't be much of the turtleneck.
It's just
left.
like a.
It's like a vest, maybe.
It's just the turtleneck.
Yeah, it's just the collar of the turtleneck.
just the neck.
And
Oh,
the
you almost choked
caprice.
me.
Turtle involved.
Oh god.
She's gonna kind of stand there awkwardly.
Kind of a sneer seems to not really break his concentration on you for a while.
What's up?
Gives you a sly smile. There aren't too many that have these kind of abilities, girl.
I'm aware of that.
Are you?
Yeah, for the most part. I'm the first one I ever met. To my knowledge, anyway.
Right.
What is he? Is
No.
Go ahead.
There's rumors that they're looking for a girl like you. Girl with certain abilities. That wouldn't
Well, we
be
do seem to be coming out of the woodwork.
That wouldn't happen to be you, pretty.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
You know the Hound would pay good money for someone like you.
The Hound? Who's that?
A myth. A legend, some say.
What do you say?
I say it's truth. He would indeed pay good money.
Can I insight? Do I feel like he's a threat to me?
Good.
Am I hearing any of this?
What was your perception check? Give me a new perception check. You can see
Okay.
there, walk over and talk.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just.
Oh, that's good. It's an 18.
All right, well, mine's a 6, so I'm just completely creeped out by how fucking greasy this guy is.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
6.
like, you're just a creep.
It's at that point he quickly grabs your wrist and he pulls your sleeve up, turns your hand back and forth. Interesting.
Snatch it back. What the fuck, dude?
You hear a light click as a pistol suddenly pointed at the guy who grabbed Ren. no.
Rin's gonna just sigh
no.
and grab the pistol, pull it down. I appreciate it, Dor, but it's fine. I got it. Hey, what was the meaning of that?
Just checking for one of these. You see he pulls his wrist, the sleeve down on his wrist, and you see a scar. His almost just looks like a crude knife was run up the entire forearm.
And what is that?
I think you already know. Interesting you don't have one, though.
So how about those clothes? Where's that other guy?
If you bring the hound here, it'll be the end for you. And your friend.
I think if the hound takes notice of me, it'll be the end of me anyway. And just meet his gaze.
He's put something in your hand. Put this on your wrist just in case. Same with your friend.
Dor? What is it?
It looks like it's a pouch, and inside of it, there's a thin red powder at the bottom. It's about an inch thick.
What does
Do
this
it
do?
now.
I don't know you, and you're being real creepy. What is this? What does it do?
It will hide you.
Let me have my friend take a look at it, and then I will.
There's no time. He already knows you're here. I guarantee it. Put it on now.
You put it on first.
Yeah.
He unbuttons one of his pockets. You see him take a pinch of it out. He runs it along his wrist.
I wait to see if
You
anything
can
happens.
see it begin to smoke, and you see him grimace. But it absorbs into his skin, where the scar is.
Just look at Dor.
I just kind of give you a look, and
10
I'll
more
holster
minutes
my
won't make a
pistol.
difference. I just shake my head. 10 more minutes won't make a difference, and I go to Velkin.
I'll keep say by by him and just kind of keep an eye on him. Just kind of watch him with my dead eyes.
And what about you? Dead-looking friend. Let me see your wrist.
Raise up my arms. I pull down my duster sleeves and just raise up my arms.
Anywhere else? Scars. Unexplained.
You have to ask nicely.
Join your friend. If you don't put it on and bring me my doom, you will pay.
When I get back to Velkin, I'm gonna hand it to her and, hey, will you check this?
Of course.
Thanks.
What is it? Where did you get this?
The
This
creepy
drug-
guy. I don't know. The creepy guy gave it to me. He said it would hide me, but he was like really creepy and he grabbed my wrist and he like gave me this really weird smile. I didn't like him.
She kind of gives him a dirty look. Give me a moment.
Thanks.
Begins to cast Identify on it. The powder within this pouch masks the effect of a spell scarred or a spell touched for 24 hours. You are undetectable pretty much anybody that's inflicted with a spell scar is undetectable for 24 hours once applying this to their skin. Usually, a scar.
All right. I guess we should then.
It's definitely magical. It's some sort of protection. Almost like a block against divination magic. There are some variations of it.
Did I ever hear my dad reference anybody as the Hound, or perhaps himself as the Hound?
Give me a history check.
Oh yeah. It's got
Is my dad Sandor Clegane?
Oh, yeah.
History. That
He's a
is
different kind of hound.
15.
You did not.
What about? I mean, just being around in the city, just me running around. Would I have heard anything like that?
History check.
Oh, I'm so
Would I-
good with history.
Or investigation. That's more of like you're putting your ear to the ground, so.
Both suck, so it's probably the same. Investigation, yeah.
I want to know how this greasy fuck has this stuff, but Cade Snow's never heard of it.
Yeah,
Because we asked him
9.
for a way to mask
Well,
you
Cade
guys.
Snow doesn't live in Arrabar.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Roll a 9, so probably a nut.
You have not.
All right. Well, I guess I'll take a pension. I'll hand it out to Dor.
Okay, I will actually, because I would join. I would take off my duster and the armor and my shirt. Are there scars on my back where wings would be, where my wings erupt? Because I can't see my own back, so I have no idea.
Are there scars?
You look. No scars.
Okay.
All clear.
right. All right, so I'll just take it and spit it on me.
Cheers.
It burns. You can see the skin where you place it begin to bubble and pulse.
I just
There's
look
an
at it.
intense pressure and fire for a brief moment. It releases.
Motherfucker. God, okay.
Fourth time Ren's taking damage.
I just look at my arm. And it's like, just kind of just look at it bubble and then kind of go away.
Is the skin like still bubbled? Is it winded, or did it go back to
No,
normal?
it eventually just goes back to normal after the effects.
Okay. I will tuck the pouch away, and I'll look at Creeper and just give him a nod.
Little salute.
And what about them clothes?
Eventually, Druka does come back. For just about a black overshirt and some cloth pants. About, stained with dirt and mud.
I'll take them. Thank you. I think he'll really appreciate these.
I'm sure you will. The last we got, couldn't find much more. I don't wear very much, if you can tell.
Yeah, no, you seem comfortable.
Always have been. One can be comfortable in his own skin.
I admire your confidence. How long have you been here?
In Arrabar, a long time.
Oh yeah,
Since I
you
was a
said you
kid.
recognized Fred, huh? Get into a lot of bar
I-
fights yourself?
Not myself. Well, a few here and there, but that one, not allowed in many places, I'll tell you that.
Sounds like him. Never mind. Thank you.
If you need anything, I'll be over with Sneer.
Yeah, he kind of creeps me out. But thanks.
He does look like a weasel, doesn't he?
It's not just that, but yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll just chill for the rest of the watch.
You hear in your head, boo! Trust me now, don't you, girlie?
I'll look at him and I'll say, if you like, can I end this connection?
You can.
I
Same
end
with
it. I end
Gross.
it. Ugh.
So gross.
Shudder.
And
Did he know?
I think at
Weird.
some point
Okay.
during the rest of that watch, in all his tossing and turning, Redrick probably like murmurs a little bit, like no, then like wakes up and just like calms himself down for a second and sits up.
Hey, bud.
Hey,
I got a surprise for you.
morning already? Oh,
It's not. You can go back to bed if you want. But hey, this might cheer you up. I hand you the clothes.
is this supposed to be a shirt?
I mean, is that supposed to be a shirt?
Fair. That's a fair point. I'll take the collar off. Think Vulcan wants us back?
I doubt it.
you can keep it.
Alright, so look. Put it back on. With the new shirt.
That's a vibe.
Yeah,
Every
Looks
Dwayne
like
The
a
Rock
dickie.
Johnson.
yeah, exactly. Anything happened during the night?
Nope, nothing.
Great.
Just well, a development, but I'll wait to tell everybody.
There always is one. Nothing serious?
I don't think so. I don't know. Nothing we need to worry about right now. I'll just tell everyone. That's fine.
Alright. Oh no. Get the shirt, start changing, and start packing stuff up.
Anything any other preparations that you want to make?
Yep.
Long rest?
Oh, of course.
Hey, long
Of course.
rest.
Sorry, I just thought you guys just assumed that happened.
We don't assume
Well,
anything with you.
Yeah.
You slept, you woke up. 8 hours later, it's a long rest. That's how D&D works.
You didn't say we woke up yet.
Everyone woke up.
1 hour before the rest ends, the sewer is attacked.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't put it past
30
everybody.
seconds before you finish your long rest.
Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky again.
Oh. Okay.
It's a lucky feat.
Yeah. It took me a second. I was like, what?
What?
Huh?
With his words.
Everybody listen.
Oh my god.
I answered honestly. I
Wasn't-
answered the question
wasn't a
as
lie.
asked. It was a lie.
You two are banned from the next session. We're gonna go no Calder or Ren next session. We're gonna go off on their own.
Calder and Ray can stay behind. We'll go. We only need Isaiah.
You will love us. We're-
The problem children.
Someone has to be.
Upa approaches. He's no longer dressed in his silver-plated armor, but more of like simple, what seems like his resting clothes. You know, he has an open shirt. But you can see his body is like it is open. You can see it is scarred throughout. So this guy's definitely seen battle before. The white sleeves are rolled up, and you can see his forearms are just massive. In the armor, he might actually look a little rounder than he does without it on. You can tell that this is a pure bulky man. His forearms are massive, just pure muscle. Leader wanted me to tell you that the best time if you are going to the surface to travel is about now, when the sun is at its brightest in the morning. Do not turn into any alleys and avoid the darkness. Keep as silent as possible. We've noticed over the past weeks that noise also attracts them.
Thank you.
Appreciate the heads up.
Do not cast any magic. I promise you that will be the first sign of your doom.
Are you drawn to it?
More than noise and more than the darkness.
Is it just magic or is it spell scar abilities?
I don't know what that is. But
Okay.
if it's anything arcane, do not do it.
Do you know if that applies to divine magic?
I am not a practitioner.
Thank you.
Good luck. I know Lena would like to speak with the rest of you when you return. If you return.
We'll do our damnedest.
Thank you. And we're right. Kind of cleared the air for now.
For now.
Okay.
While you're waiting for us, set up some more bedrolls. We'll be coming back with more.
Okay. Are you meeting with somebody else then?
That's the hope.
Approximately how many? So I can tell V.
Yeah, good question.
I know my backstory.
Notes. 10 more. Give or take a few.
10!
Kids.
He looks at you. Give me a persuasion check, Redrick. You can make it with advantage because of Ren.
Sure.
Charismatic, come on, you got this.
Hey, that advantage got me in that 20 though.
Hey.
And that 24. Hey, 18.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Thank God for advantage.
Yep.
Kids, you sing.
Yeah, some real young ones too.
We'll look for supplies when we're out. We'll bring back what we can. And we won't be taking your food. Not us, anyway.
If we find anything, I can help make.
Very well. No need to explain. If it's children, bring them.
Thank you. We better go.
While the sun's up.
Let's get on, move on.
Go to your sewers, yeah? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So you head towards the stone wall at the end of the sewer. And no sign of Lena or V. Even in the steel room, the door is shut and the blind is closed. But eventually you do pass it and make it to the stone wall.
I will take out the chalk. I'll look at Door. I'll give him like a sheepish grin and I'll be like, you know, if you were you, you'd appreciate the humor in this. And I'll draw the
You
symbol.
get no response. You get no response.
When you finish the symbol, the chalk dissipates in your hand. And the symbol lights up, and with a brief flash of light, the stone vanishes before your very eyes. Leading just ahead of you is a dark sewer.
Lead the way,
Onward.
Isaiah.
All right. Quiet and careful.
Yes, sir.
Like we do.
Like we do.
I'm gonna say just a little quietly more for toward Isaiah. Now I probably should let you know. I don't know if the rapier will work anymore.
What?
I'm gonna.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna slowly unsheath it and then just kind of like slightly wave it towards you, and it's like half melted and gone.
Forgot about that shit.
Oh, that's fine. We've got other weapons if you need one. And
Yeah. You want a javelin?
No, I have a short sword. I was kind of saying
Oh.
more because it did a thing, so I don't know if it will do the thing anymore.
oh no, I haven't been doing that in a little while. Sorry.
Oh.
It's been a couple of
Oh.
days.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's okay. I just, it was
Yep.
when we were in
Yep. Oh,
the river. It was weird. I don't know. Okay. So what do I do with this? I'm just gonna.
hold on to it for now. I'll fix it later.
It's melted. Oh, okay. All right. I'll just okay. Put up my pack.
like you're
Everyone-
gonna notice a freaking rape.
Everyone needs to make me stealth checks as you travel through the sewers stealthily.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a charge on the amulet.
Ooh, nice. That is a nat 20 for a total of 26.
Okay.
Really? Are you?
I got a nat.
You got a what?
I got a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And Velkin, can I?
There was a nat
Okay.
20.
Oh yeah. She'll just because we have to, just because metagaming a little bit. She'll use her gift of a lack, whatever. No, it's a chrono shift.
Is that okay, DM?
Egg
have to-
trips and falls. Vulcan's like, nope.
Nope.
Egg like trips on a rock and starts falling, and then just reverses
Yeah.
in time.
I
This is it,
mean, if it matters, he's not the only one.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh boy. I didn't roll very well. either.
Egg tripped into you. Oh fucking Christ, guys. I got a 23.
Isaiah
Isaiah.
just forgets he's trying to be stealthy and gets really comfortable because he's home. I got a nat 1 and Ook got a 3.
Perfect. Redrick.
I got a total of 13.
Perfect. Dornan. Natural 20.
26 with that was a nat 20 for 26.
Okay, what was Velkin?
Oh fuck. All this talking. Oh, she do good. She do good. That is
do good.
a 26.
Okay.
He's feeling lucky.
Egg ball.
9.
Calder.
2.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Just
Oh no.
23.
so like, all right, yes, we're pretty sure it's
3
sound.
above 20.
Clunk, clunk,
You
clunk,
send
clunk, clunk.
all of the rats skittering, and you're just sloshing through sewage water.
Oh,
Eventually, the carved sidewalks that are along the sewer walls give to just sewer water. It goes up to about shin high that you're now wading through.
Is Calder
Isaiah.
giving a piggyback again?
He always is. That's why she rolled so well. I need you to make me a survival check.
Okay.
Since you're the one kind of
Oh,
leading the
guidance.
party through the sewers.
Yeah, I'll give
Oh.
guidance.
I'll take a guidance on that.
You feel a warmth in
I
your
know
pocket.
these places.
Does he have any sort of advantage because he knows the sewers well?
Sure.
Yes.
Warmth in pocket, apparently.
That's how you ask your DM for
Good
advantage,
question.
right?
Good question.
Mhm.
I take out my cookie and eat it.
That's
okay.
great.
Okay.
My pocket.
The guidance and the bardic were max, so that's 12.
Wow.
Plus I rolled a 10. Minus 1 is 21.
Hey.
There
Ah,
you go.
Roller
it does
coaster.
take you a moment to kind of get your bearings. You know that once you begin to walk that you're heading in an eastward direction. And if he says it's towards the edge of the city, you definitely know a place that you could emerge. There's manholes all around you. But you eventually lead your party a good 20 minutes or so, and don't get lost in here, directly towards the manhole that you know is closest to the eastern part of the wall, roughly around where Redrick had mentioned. You see a ladder that's kind of carved into the side of the wall, and you look up and it leads to a large stone manhole, which you can kind of see light pouring down through.
Okay, you guys are loud as fuck. I'm gonna go up first. Just take a peek.
Where?
What?
Shut the fuck up. I'll tap her on the heel as she's climbing the ladder and give her guidance.
Thank you. No. Get up top and just take a little peek.
Perception check.
If your items is a D4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh god.
You guys should be happy you're not in combat tonight. Oh my
Let's
god.
go. Let's go.
Where's my okay, so
Say
it's
that, then
a
you all of a sudden
13,
roll well.
14, it's a 14. Can I add a side eye to that, or
It won't matter.
okay, cool. 14.
Even with a 14. You push the manhole up just enough. You begin to look around. You emerge into a large square courtyard. Well, since it's large, it's probably about 40 to 50 in all directions. You see ruined benches and a few ruined buildings in front of you. You stop and listen. Really what you're looking for is movement or any signs of
Danger.
danger. You don't sense anything.
I'll look down and I'll just finger motion for the others to come up, and I'll, as quietly as possible, set the manhole to the side and climb out.
As you guys emerge from the sewer, move the stone and quietly place it. You seem to be in the center of a courtyard, meaning like a front garden almost. You see around you, kind of the perimeter of this place is an iron fence. It's kind of rotted and bent in, and you can see vines that begin to take hold of the of a large iron gate that kind of sets in front of you. Redrick, you recognize behind you the large blackened manor. It always seemed to lean on one side. Seems untouched. The black door, with no sign of what this place actually is, seems untouched as well. There's no light or sound coming from inside. You turn, all of you, to this eerie-looking manor. Also, the vegetation seeming to take hold of this entire place. Front of the building completely captured by these thick, green climbing vines. They run up the whole way to the roof, and some of them even kind of climb into the windows. They look like arms reaching into the windows. It's top floor.
You said this is the place?
Yep.
There any new holes?
Does the building looks untouched? You said, right?
You can give me a perception check.
Sure.
I'll lean over to Ren. If this is where you grew up, that explains a lot.
Damn. Okay.
He told me it was a little creepy. I don't know. I think the vines are
13.
kind of charming.
Other than it almost seems abandoned. The way the vegetation has taken over it.
None that weren't there before.
All right,
Good
let's get
sign.
in quick.
Yeah, lead the way.
All right. I'll take them in the back door.
Okay.
Front door.
As you all begin to curve around the side of the courtyard, you hear something. Briefly. The sounds of a roaring fire.
Oh.
From behind you. You all quickly turn to look, and you see a figure stepping out of a portal made of pure blue flame, holding somebody in their arms, like this, with a knife,
Son of
thin
a bitch.
dagger, to their throat. It seems to be a small, thin character, wearing like a dirty gray outfit, a cloak that kind of is set tight to their chest and their figure. These tight, dirty gray pants lead into dark brown boots. A silver mask covering the face of this individual with light blue eyes. You can see some blonde hair kind of peeking out. She holds Velkin. And all she says, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." She gets pulled into the flame.
Velkin said that, or the other girl?
Yes, Velkin said that. And
It's gone?
Do we have any chance of time to react?
before you do, the portal dissipates. Unless you have something very, very specific.
The only thing I could do is maybe like try to telekinetic shove the Velkin towards me.
You can try. Go ahead. Give me a.
Because it's typically a strength saving throw. So I don't know how you want to do it.
Maybe the person holding her can make a strength save.
It would be that, but I'm just trying to. What do we?
I don't know how fast this is happening either. Would I have time
It
to cast a
is-
spell?
Not enough time.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything that is an innate ability. So I think Ren might be the only. Unless you have any reactions. Is that a reaction, Ren?
Well,
I don't think it is. No.
Any
Bonus
reaction.
action.
I would say anything that's a reaction would be able to be
okay, so no actions.
possibly no actions.
Okay.
Too quick.
Even if it's an 8.
Even if it's an 8.
Okay.
I got
Balls.
nothing. I got nothing.
It's a
Yeah,
bonus action. It's not a reaction. Okay.
I'm shit for reactions.
I can shield once. That's it.
I got none.
What is that? I don't think I have anything.
The portal. And leaves a black thin line on the ground where it emerged. Okay.
Calder will have started running over towards her, so he'll kind of like stumble to a stop and like where the portal is gone and just get down on the ground and punch the ground. Fuck.
Everyone stay ready. There could be another one.
Pistol out. Looking around.
You hear this roar of a scream. Seems to be a distance away.
We probably should get inside.
Magic. Magic, magic, magic.
And that's where we're going to end our session tonight.
Come on.
We lost Velkin.
What?
It's been 2 weeks. Let's go. Let's keep going. Come on.
Oh.
Fuck,
Guess
the
I'll
horde's
close.
coming.
I'll close our
Velkin's
character
gone.
sheet.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, that means we just have limited.
Oh.
Evan, you're gonna give me an ulcer.
Oh.
I already have a few.
You deserve them. Well,
Well,
Fuck.
welcome to my home, guys.
That's great. That's great.
I love
Anyway,
the aesthetic.
yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Everyone that's still hanging out with us. Catch us for Speechless Nights on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. EST. We're gonna be hanging out, talking about the last couple episodes. We have a few things to discuss, I think, now at the ending of this one. But make sure you catch that. We love to come and chat with you guys if you want to come hang out with us on Discord or any of our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over the place. Come check those out. But other than that, that's all I got. So I think we're done for the
All
night.
right, everybody. Love you.
Yeah.
good
Bye.
night.
Everybody.